Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you can't tell, I'm wearing the same sword I did 2 days ago, which means either A, I'm filming these all on the same day, or B, I only own one T-sword. So I'll let you guys decide. So if you guys remember, last year and the year before, I used to make videos every month where I talk about the stuff I'm reading. Then I realized it's kind of getting a bit repetitive, and it usually like belongs to the same book series anyway, so people could kind of assume what I'm reading. So I decided for 2022 I will limit it to 4 videos a month, talking about what I'm going to read each quarter of the year. I feel like that would be easier and less repetitive. So yeah, these are going to be talking about what I'm going to read in January, February, and March. It includes stuff I started in December, but won't finish until January, and stuff I plan on starting in March, but probably won't finish until April. So this first one is Invincible. It's a comic series that the Amazon Prime show is based on, and I was a huge fan of the animated series, so I thought I'd read the comics it was based on. I'm only about 4 chapters in so far, but I think I'm just gonna keep going at my leisurely pace when I don't have anything else to read. I'm not gonna make any videos on it because it's like most of you have seen the animated show, so you don't need me to talk about it. But I don't know. It's just something for me to do for fun. I'm not the biggest comic reader, but I like the style of the comics, and I like how these are in color, while a lot of Japanese ones are in black and white, so that makes it more vibrant. Right now I'm reading 2 books at the same time. I am reading Leviathan Falls, which is the final book in the Expanse. It's kind of an emotional for me because I've been reading it since like spring 2020, like all 9 books. It's taken me a long time to read it, you know. But I don't know. It's kind of the first series I started reading for this channel, and I like how you guys have been seeing my progress and like what my thoughts are on each book. It's very interesting. But yeah, I'm gonna be sadder than Soulful, but I'm about halfway through it now, maybe 30% through it, and I like the direction they're taking it. I really hope it ends on a high note. I'm sure it will because there hasn't been like a book so far that I didn't like, and I feel like they've kind of just gotten better and better as they go along. I've especially liked book 8, and book 9 seems to be in the same sort of like how much I like it. So yeah, I'm also watching the TV show The Expanse on Amazon Prime, though I'm still on season 4, but I'm planning to just keep watching it because I like it. The second book I'm reading at the moment is The Obelisk Gate by N.K. Jemisin. This is the second book in the Broken Oath trilogy, and I really like the first one. I actually did a video on it. You could check it out on the top of the screen. But yeah, I was a huge fan of the first one, so I thought, read the second one and the third one, which is actually right over here. I'm going to plan on reading this maybe like a month after I finish this. I kind of like to do that. I kind of like to space them out so I don't get tired of it. But yeah, these are really interesting series about they're about like these people who have earthquake powers. They're called Orgels and Origins, sorry, and they're looked down upon by humanity. And some like cataclysmic event happens that kind of shifts the state of the world. I don't really want to go deep into it without spoiling things, but I don't know. If you like epic fantasy, then definitely check these out. I think they're very well written. N.K. Jemisin has a really unique writing style, which I could appreciate. So, yeah, I hope it ends well. I mean, I'm liking it so far. As you can see, I'm like almost done with book 2, but I kind of put it off when Leviathan Falls came out. So I'll get back into it when I finish that. But yeah, expect a review sometime in January, and then expect a review for this sometime in March or something. I don't know. And because I hate myself, I'm reading Gone with the Wind. Not that I think it's gonna be a bad book, but because it's over 1,000 pages. Now I'm kind of used to that with the Song of Ice and Fire, but this looks like the text looks even smaller. So Gone with the Wind, of course. It inspired the movie of the same name from 1939, and I saw the movie in theaters a couple years ago. So I was like, man, I gotta read the book. This movie's awesome. And, I never got around to it because it's fucking huge. But I definitely plan on reading it. Now, if it's anything like the movie, it's about a southern spoiled brat girl whose world kind of falls apart during the Civil War. And I like this because it's taken from the perspective of, like, it's taken from the perspective of a not good person. Like, oh, the people in these books aren't the best people, or the movie, not the best people, but the writing of the movie, at least, makes you care about them anyway, in a similar way to Assassin does, I feel like, or Breaking Bad. So yeah, it's probably gonna take me a while to read this. Um, Expect the review maybe in March. I don't know. It looks pretty big, so yeah, I hate myself. That's why I'm reading this. So I got the complete Sherlock Holmes books at Second and Charles last year, and I've been kind of like, it's kind of been sitting on myself, so I decided it's time to read these beautiful books. I read two of them back in middle school. I read A Study in Scarlet and The Hound of the Baskervilles, so now I've decided to reread them in chronological order. Last month I reread A Study in Scarlet. You could see my review on that at the top of the screen. And I'm thinking this March, after I finish The Beast That Is Gone with the Wind, I'll read a smaller book, which is The Sign of Fall. Now, The Sign of Fall seems to be like 1/10 of the size of Gone with the Wind, so that sounds easier. And I've liked every Sherlock story I've read so far. I even got for Christmas, I got a DVD of the complete Jeremy Brett series, which I haven't seen before, but I heard he's a really good Sherlock Holmes. And, when I was little, I watched the Sherlock Benedict Cumberbatch series. That's what kind of got me into Sherlock in the first place and made me want to read the books. So, you know, I like Sherlock. The Sign of the Fool, haven't read it. There's a lot of short stories here, which I don't think I'll have the time to this quarter of the year, but I'll probably get to next quarter. And the last book I plan on starting in March is The Hobbit. This would be a reread. I read it back in middle school, so it's been a long time. It's not as fresh in my memory. Because if you remember, last year, me and my dad saw Lord of the Rings in movie theater. We saw all three movies over the course of like 2 weeks. And I made a video on my thoughts on each of the movies. Really love the movies. And I was like, man, I gotta read these books. But I was already like reading The Expanse and Game of Thrones books. I didn't want to start a new series. But now that I'm finishing up with both of them, I'm going to start The Hobbit. And I probably won't finish this in March. It'll probably bleed into April. But, after that I'll read Lord of the Rings. Who knows, like when that would be. But yeah, The Hobbit is a nice short book, so it won't take me that long. But yeah, I'm very excited. It'll be interesting to like see it after I've seen the Lord of the Rings movies to see if there's any sort of like foreshadowing or anything. I remember seeing the Hobbit movies, but it's been a long time since I've seen them, probably since they came out. But I remember liking them, so I'll read the book, then watch the movies, then tell you what I think. So those are the 6 books plus comic series that I am either reading or plan on reading during the first 3 months of 2022. What are you guys doing? What are you guys reading in these months? Let me know down in the comments below. And do you like this kind of quarterly update instead of monthly update better? I think it works a lot better because I get more stuff to talk about. I'll see you guys next time where I'll be talking about my thoughts on the 1999 Matrix movie. So I will see you there, and Happy New Year, everybody.